everyone, welcome to this meeting. My name is Harriet Nyiranziza, and in this meeting we are going to talk about the manufacturing plant that we are going to build in Vietnam. This will help us to facilitate ourselves in India and in China. We had an opportunity to choose in the three countries, which is China, India and Vietnam, where we can start manufacturing our plant, and our choice goes to Vietnam because it is a developing country, and China and India are the developed countries. Their business are on a high level, which may cause the high competition rate. If you can take your business into China, of course the cost of production is gonna be high because everything in China is somehow expensive. So before starting, let's define the offshoring, which is the process of taking the product or company or business from one country to another country, and as a result you want to take advantage of lower cost. The main purpose of offshoring is taking an advantage of lower cost in everything, like cost of production, labor force, taxes, and everything. The second point we are going to talk about is the key constellations involving in the manufacturing overseas. When you want to take your business overseas, you have to have some key factors that you may consider, because you cannot say I am going to take my business in India or Vietnam without having some key consideration. The first one is culture. When you are considering going to make your business overseas, please consider the culture, and the culture of a given country may determine whether the business may be successful or not. Of course, sometimes your chosen product may be not the desired product in the local market. Let's take an example. If you go in Saudi Arabia and take, let's say, pants. If you're going to make a business in Saudi Arabia and you know that ladies in Saudi Arabia are used to wear long dresses with scarves, and you are taking their pants for ladies, so the local market will not desire your products. So in Vietnam, you have to consider the cultures. So Acme Whitgate Company should consider the culture in Vietnam before starting investing there. Another thing is the labor market. You have to consider the cost of labor in the country you are choosing. If the cost of the labor is high, we tend to make high profit, and vice versa. Of course, if the wage, let's say per hour, is high and you are paying higher wage per hour, so you will tend to make fewer profit regarding to that one who will have the labor force which is low somehow. Another thing is legal and regulatory barriers. This is regarding the government. Some government had a lot of restrictions regarding the taxes, customs, and when going to open your business in a given country, considering the legal and regulatory barriers is a good thing. In Vietnam, as it is a developing country, the government is helping the investors to work in a safe environment, because they want the country to progress, if I can say, or to develop as quick as possible. Regarding the other one of labor market that I mentioned, also in Vietnam, as it is a developing country, the wage, the paying rate is very low considering to other developed country. So you cannot consider maybe the United States where the wage the minimum wage per hour is like $8 per hour, but in Vietnam it is somehow very low. The technology. When you are going to invest in a given country, consider the technology, because when the technology is low, it will slow your business. Imagine the business without advertisement, and of course, you cannot do the advertisement without technology. Uh, Vietnam is a developing country which needs investment, and thus the government makes it easier for investors. However, this Vietnam had a lot of unqualified workers because it is a developing country. So the workers or labor force is lacking trainings, which means that the Acme company should invest a lot of money in training workers. The last point that I'm going to cover is that offshoring has some benefits and some risks, mainly offshoring in this country of Vietnam. Of course, the risks regarding the offshoring is that there will be the loss from the local country. When you are taking a business from here to there, it means your country, your local country, is going to lose some money or some of course economically your country is going to lose something, because if your country was from the United States, it means you was hiring people from United States, you were giving some taxes, you pay taxes. So if you move your business to Vietnam, it means US is no longer gaining more, but Vietnam is gaining the other profit. Another thing is the climate change. This is something that people do not consider, but when you take a business from one place to another, it means there is a climate that you were used for, but in another country it is a new climate. It means if the climate is not favorable or is not friendly, it means you may also lose your business. You have to consider that. Another thing or a risk is insecurity. Some countries has political instabilities which may cause the failure of the business. About the benefits, it's the low production cost, because most of the investors take the business from their countries where the production cost is very high, and they take it in the developing countries where the production cost is somehow very low, and this is the benefit. Another thing of offshoring which makes it beneficial is making connection and friendship. Of course, if you take your business to this country, from your country, you are making connection, you are making your country known, you are standing there as an ambassador, and of course you are making friendship. As I mentioned, when you are there, you are standing for your country, and if someone want to know more about your country, you are there like a mirror to your country. Yeah, this is all I wanted to cover in this meeting. Thank you very much for attending.